consider certain aspects of it ahead of time. So again, you could open it up to discussion, you just have to move to open it up to discussion. If anyone wants to talk about it, we'll talk about it.
There you go.
I'd like to make a motion to open up for discussion enacting the ordinance as presented, authorizing and securing issuance of a general obligation note in the maximum principal amount of $1.25 million for the street paving project.
I'll second it. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay, let's open it up.
Okay, thank you. So maybe it's me, the map is a little bit hard to read, so I'm not really entirely clear on what streets, and I think there was maybe an initial list and then there was a map, because it looks to me like it's Vine Street all the way up to Walnut. Okay, I get that. Then it's the alley kind of to the left of Vine Street, which is maybe called Barry.
Between Vine and Cedar, yes, correct.
Then it's Main Street from probably the Borough line to Ridge Street.
Correct.
And the alley is right across over here.
Correct.
And then it's Burton Street, and then that weird loop thing and Lewis Street connecting.
Correct.
Right. Now, my issue with this is the $1.25 million. As has been discussed at work sessions, there's about $2.5 million worth of debt right now. This is another 1.25, assuming there's no overages. We're approaching $4 million, and our bond counsel has advised that we have $6 million limit. Theoretically, you know, not a hard number or anything like that.
The 2.5 million doesn't count against our debt capacity because it's self-liquidating. That debt is serviced by stormwater fees, so that's what pays that debt. So that doesn't count against our borrowing capacity.
That's my next question, because we have approximately 1,600 properties in town, and the residential rate is $162 per year. So if 100% of people pay their stormwater bill, that's $259,200 worth of income. But if I take that $4 million and divide it by 7 years, and I know maybe some of the stuff from last year's 10-year payment, right, that wasn't involved, so I'm assuming we need to have double that. We need to have $571,000 per year to service that debt. So let's round down.
Are you talking about the current Penvest project?
Yes.
The monthly payments at project completion is around $14,000 a month. It's a 20-year, 1% note.
So you're confident that the existing stormwater loan from the late 90s,
that expires in 2029, and monthly payments about $3,500 a month. We can pay that loan in full if we wanted to right now, but it doesn't make financial sense because we're paying 1% interest on that loan, but the stormwater money we have in our stormwater account is earning 3.4%. So we're actually earning a net 2.4%. We could pay that loan off tomorrow if we want. We have more than enough money in the stormwater account to do it, but it doesn't make sense to take our capital and pay off debt when the debt that we're servicing is only 1% and we're making 3.4 on our money. So we're talking $3,400 a month in obligations. The street sweeper's paid off now, so we won't be paying that out of the stormwater anymore. And about $14,000 a month will be the new loan payment once the project's complete. So we might not even start paying the $14,000 a month until sometime in 2027. So that still leaves us under what we're currently collecting for stormwater. We don't just do these analyses in-house. This is performed by bond counsel, independent accountants, auditors. Everyone reviews all of the financial data, and then they determine if we need to raise the fees or not for residents prior to approving the loan. Because if it's a requirement to raise the fees for the property owners, then they will give a portion of the project as grant money. But we didn't qualify for it because of the financial condition the stormwater account is in.
So the analysis was done last year for the biggest chunk of it, right?
Yep.
And now the analysis was done for this chunk of it as well?
That's what we'll go through now with the bond council, but this isn't self-liquidating debt, and this money won't be serviced solely on the stormwater. This is a general obligation note, so the general fund will be responsible to pay this back. But this year, for example, we spent $240,000 to do the work that's just getting done right now with the alleys and Front Street and Sable. So if we go with that track and assume that going forward, we will at least allot that much per year to paving, then we'll use that number to service this debt.
So I appreciate your thoughtful comments on that. My concern is we're not gonna have 100% of people paying their stormwater. We know that. The numbers aren't entirely clear yet. You guys have done a very good job of continuing the paving stuff. Kudos, absolutely. But I think enough is enough for this year in terms of taking on these significant debts, and I'm not in favor of it. Thank you for the discussion.
Okay, and with the discussion closed, we move on into the motion to come over to be inclined to present it.
I did say motion.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Oh, sorry, this is a roll call vote.
So that, yeah, it's, yeah, required.
Required, yes. Rich Stefano.
Yes.
Frank Kislin.
Yes.
Tom Myers.
Yes.
Matt Crone.
No.
Chris Black.
Yes.
John Walters.
Good. All right, motion carries. On to codes and zoning. First up is the motion to adopt the Board of Appeals resolution. Again, just to touch on this one, we did not have a resolution to seat our board. The board's already seated, so this is just going back and affirming that is the case. Motion.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, motion carries. Next is the multi-role enforcement officer. So looking to advertise I sent this out, an updated one, just yesterday possibly, adding the UCC certification. So what I would say is I'd like to put a motion forward to advertise for the full-time MREO position pending code and zoning approval of the ad and, of the ad, that's it. Oh, you know what?
You can make that
Can't
motion.
do any of that.
Yeah, you can do that.
Motions.
Yeah, you start.
Yeah, sorry.
Motion.
Old
You
habit.
can't, I would
Can't
make a
do
motion to table advertise until we figure out any of the changes that are required.
Okay, so we have two countervailing motions. There was an initial motion being made, was that by you, Mr. Christie?
Yes, I'll withdraw my motion.
Okay, so right now we have a motion to table by Mr. Christie.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
No.
Motion carries. Next up is the planning commission. So, let me get my letters. We received 2 letters of consideration from the planning commission. The first one is a simple request that Borough Council appoint or designate Nate Starouche as the point person for the comprehensive plan.
We did skip an item.
Did I?
No, 3-0.
Oh, that's part of this. All 4 of these are here. Just wanted to talk about this one first because it's easy and can lead to a motion. So that's what they're looking for, is us to put a motion forward to designate Nate Starouche as the comprehensive point plan person. There's all
Order first, you're gonna read out the letters.
Oh, yeah, I'm just gonna read all the letters and then we can go through the motions. The second one is a consideration for multi-municipal planning, basically just looking for an okay from the borough to look into that and see if it's possible with other neighboring municipalities. Those are the 2 requests from them. You wanna take action on those before going into the the other one?
No, go back to 3, and then Nate is here if you wanted to talk a little
Oh, I'm sorry.
bit. We had a
I didn't see him back there.
question from Mrs. Thomas about the Northfield plan.
Oh, I didn't realize these, I'm sorry, I thought these motions were all in one item. I apologize. That was the agenda.
Have you get up with that, Nate?
Yeah,
Do you want to just read out that beginning part of the Northfield review that kind of gives a
yep, give me just a
just
second.
a little quick review of where that's at and what's going on?
Sure, so the Freeland Borough Planning Commission has reviewed a minor subdivision lot line adjustment involving 2 lots owned by Charles and Susan D'Onofrio near the intersection of Washington Street and Front Street. Plan is intended to adjust the lot line separating the property to eliminate the structural encroachment of 615 Washington Street onto the adjacent property. The above-mentioned subdivision plan has been reviewed on that basis and with generally accepted planning principles and environmental concerns, and the following comments were offered.
Essentially, that kind of explains the project in terms of construction.
Thanks, Mike. We can catch you on the recording.
Nate Stooge, Planning Commission. Essentially, there's no structural or development of any kind, we're just adjusting the lot lines so that each structure is completely on its own lot. So the degree, decreases the degree of nonconformity on the site. There were a couple comments that we did make, 2 of which were waivers. One was from the applicant to not show every utility that's on the site. If there was new development, you'd want to see that, but because they're just adjusting a lot line, we were okay with that request. And also to waive the requirement, there's a salvo requirement that kind of guides the planning commission to withhold our comments to council until we receive the county planning commission review, as well as the borough engineers review and code or zoning enforcement review. Due to this is kind of, we've only received, 3 or 4 plans over the last 6, 8 years. There's a lot of new people involved in the process. So given the fact that we haven't received some of those reviews back, and there's no new development, we agreed to approve that waiver request as well. So that's it for the D'Onofrio plan. And while I'm up here, I'll just highlight the Dewey Street, or not the Dewey Street plan, I apologize. The review for the borough's properties along Burbank and Johnson Street. So we also reviewed a minor subdivision plan involving multiple lots owned and operated by the borough. Along Burbank and Johnson Street, the plan is intended to create a singular lot intended for future borough facility development. This is just, again, pretty much the elimination of lot lines. There's several lots all under common ownership. And to satisfy the SALDO for the future development or improvement of that site, it should be one property. So the only things that we raised, there is one residential property kind of in the area on that side of Burbank Street, owned by Regina Mortonok. Apologies if I mispronounced the last name. Just double check if there's any rights or guarantees in the deed. There was kind of, it's not a paper street because it wasn't formally designated, but there is kind of a questionable right of way or something there. And sometimes property owners have rights to that space. So just double check that. And that the borough and municipal authority are looking forward to the development of that site. If you need any easements or space for utilities or for common maintenance ownership, that should be spelled out in some sort of new language so that in the future there's no confusion or arguments over who maintains what, is responsible for owning what thing. And then the last comment is just to make sure that all the signature dogs are on the plan. That's it as far as the plan reviews.
Thanks, sir. Good enough for you? Again.
All right, so we'll move on to the motion for that. So first up is the motion to accept the planning commission plan review, comments, and recommendations for the D'Onofrio plan and the borough's plan. Anyone so moved? Motion. Yeah, motion doesn't carry. All right, next is motion to approve or deny the planning commission request to designate Nate Saruch as point of contact for the comprehensive plan assistance.
I'll make a motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Point of order, it does say approve or deny. It might be good to know whether it's approved or denied.
Sure would.
You have to say whether or not it's
Make
approved.
a motion to approve planning commission request to designate Nate Saruch as the point of contact for comprehensive plan assistance.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. All right, on to public safety. Nope. Yep, that's all four. Yes, so the consolidated directives, spoke about these at the work session. Basically, these are directives that were provided from the Public Safety Committee to the police chief, after speaking with the solicitor. He suggested that that be done more formally by a resolution, so that's what we're doing today. So with that, we got a motion to adopt the council directives to the police chief resolution. Anyone so moved?
Motion.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
No.
Motion carries. Next is a motion to approve or deny Ridge Street handicap parking application.
I'd like to offer a motion to deny the application.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, motion's unanimous. Next is the motion to adopt the Freeland Police Department Comprehensive Evaluation Resolution.
I'd like to make a motion to open up discussion regarding the motion to adopt the FPD Comprehensive Evaluation Resolution.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?